Motion intuition. Draw your body, I said, excited and warm. I waited in front of my laptop, where 4 videos were switched on, staring blankly at me, and one black tile stared even more blankly. Nobody said anything, and one person gave me a confused smile, mouth twitching. This activity is pretty simple, I paused, drawing in a breath. Close your eyes. You don't even need to see the drawing and sketch what your body feels like to you, what and who you are. Put it on the paper. This activity was part of a 5-week workshop conducted entirely online, focused on the question of what is environmental justice in India. I facilitated each session with the help of Shalini Pathi, a PhD student at the University of Hyderabad. We wanted the participants to really look at environmentalism, highlighting the threads of caste discrimination and the role of corporations and how they helped make the tangled web we see before us. When conceptualizing the workshop, we wanted the participants to really connect with their lived experiences. Too often, we pretend that our work, our interests, hopes, and dreams, even what we perceive perhaps as solutions to the climate and ecological crises, are somehow separate from who we are. For example, someone from an agrarian family may see the necessity of cultivating land, albeit sustainably, on the fringes of protected areas, whereas someone from an urban upper-class family whose income comes from non-manual labor probably subscribes to the idea of a pristine environment where humans should be excluded from protected areas as they are somehow destined to ruin it. In short, there is the environmentalism where your livelihood and life are still connected to living ecosystems, and the environmentalism that stems from a certain disconnect with this. These are all difficult realizations to make, and dots you only feel able to connect when there is a safe space to be vulnerable. Habitat loss, rising sea levels, loss of lives and livelihoods, floods, hearing about all of these catastrophic events, along with the media reporting on them, either sensitivity or not, can churn a whole sea of emotions in us, ranging from grief to rage to sadness. Terms such as eco-grief and eco-anxiety have even been used to describe them. How could we voluntarily ask participants to dredge up these emotions online, isolated and alone, just for the purposes of a discussion? Could we then soothe with just words? As much as we believe we are creatures of our consciousness rather than flesh and blood, emotions are very physical things. The answer to both questions of connecting to lived experiences as well as dealing with the emotions raised lie in the body. Often, our bodies do tell us when we need something. Stimming or self-stimulatory behaviors are repetitive movements or sounds which can be body-focused or sometimes involve an object. These movements or stims are most often associated with neurodevelopmental disorders such as autism spectrum disorder and attention deficit hyperactive disorder. Truthfully, everybody stims, but people who are neurodivergent often have more obvious ones, emphasized by the desire to control them to appear normal. We also carry within our bodies real physical manifestations of the events that take place in our life, particularly trauma. Moving in specific ways, hugging the self, tapping, and body-focused meditation can unlock these memories by activating specific pathways in the nervous system and help us process and release them. We turn to Augusto Boal's Theatre of the Oppressed for a whole host of exercises designed to both awaken and soothe, to live our lives and our own. The demon, to shake intensively every muscle, limb, and joint in the body violently as if exorcising all the demons we carry within us. The pressure cooker, to draw in as much air as we can hold, in and in, on, and to release it in a violent gust, like a whistle going off on a pressure cooker. Difficulties. To perform an everyday routine action with certain difficulty, such as imagining a missing limb. These and a whole host of exercises were like a theatre sandwich to each online session. We began with it to engage the whole body and prepare people to discuss, and ended with it so that nobody felt broken open and yet not healed. Drawing our bodies was an exercise we used to begin the session. People drew themselves in the most realistic, grounded ways, such as a simple outline, or with wings, their images carrying with them their dreams and hopes for the coming years. We all uploaded our drawings anonymously to our Google Drives and spent a quiet, joyous few moments admiring and appreciating the small pieces of our souls that we put onto paper.